Hey guys, it's your girl Karen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Goddess of Whispers. It's your girl Karen and I'm back with another video. All right guys, so you guys have been asking me, how to read tarot or how to start a YouTube channel. So I wanted to do a how to read tarot video. So this is going to be the very basics, guys, but it's enough to get you going. Okay, if you are interested in starting your own YouTube tarot channel. Okay, so the first thing I would say, I'm going to let you know how I started my journey. Like I told you guys in my intro video, I went through some things myself in life and I turned to tarot. And tarot has helped me tremendously. So I started digging in deeper and deeper. I've always been an empath. I've always been a very intuitive person. And I've always find that my intuitions were coming to fruition. So, tarot was one of the things that I decided to dive into and get a little bit deeper. I was doing it personally at first, but then once I was realizing how accurate my readings were and how accurate things were coming to fruition, I decided, hey, why not give back? Why not do something like start a YouTube channel, right? So yes, so this is going to give you guys the very basics on tarot. So to get started in tarot, you definitely have to tap into your intuition. I always say everyone has it. No matter who you are, everyone has the capability to tap into their intuition. You ever have that very strong gut feeling, something's not right or something's going to happen or whatever the case may be? That is your intuition, okay? That is your subconscious mind, letting you or wanting you to know something. So if you have that, you can definitely find a way to channel that energy. Okay, that is your subconscious mind coming to the forefront, wanting to send a message to you. Also too, what made me get into it as well are realizing that I was an empath and very intuitive is I would always see numbers like 222 or 1111 or 444s, so these were signs, especially 1212. From ever since I had my two daughters, both my daughters were born on the 12th day of whatever month they were born, right? So for me, it was like the number 12 is a very big role in my life. So as you guys know, numbers have meanings as well. Okay, so I got into it and I realized, I'm like, wow, I'm very intuitive. Things that I've said came to fruition, not only for myself but for others as well. So if you have that capability, then yes, tarot is something that you may want to get into. Also too, so for me, to getting started, all right, so sorry about that, guys. So yes, so like I was saying, I've always known of being an empath and being very intuitive and things coming to fruition. So another thing to get you started on, starting your own YouTube tarot channel or getting into tarot, one of the very first things I did is I wanted to know more about tarot. So the best way to do that is research. So yes, guys, so some books that I am going to recommend for you guys that has worked very wonderful for me, okay, in interpreting the cards. Now I will say, don't base your readings on just the definition, okay? You have to really look at the cards, the pictures on the cards to tell you, what it is that spirit or the message that is here for you to receive. There's definitely different imagery on different writer decks. So each deck is going to talk to you differently. Okay. But let's get into the books that I'm going to be recommending for you guys. I will put this down in the description box below, but this one is amazing. This one's called Tarot Made Simple, the ultimate guide to casting spreads and reading the cards. This book is very straightforward and right to the point. This is by Liz Dean. she's also the author of the other book that I'm going to show you guys here in a second. But this book is amazing. It goes over all the major arcana cards, which, by the way, there's 22 major arcana cards. There's 56 minor arcana cards. There's 4 suits, which is swords, wands, cups, and cups and pentacles. Okay, so yes, so this book goes very in depth and detail, but it's very like to the point. So if you're not wanting to go through all the hoo-has and roundabout circles, this book is the book for you, honey. This book gets right to the point. Not only that, but it also gives you different types of spreads, okay, that you can use, okay, when reading tarot. So the main spread that we're going to go over in this video today is the past, present, and future, okay? But there's definitely a lot of different spreads that you can use for you and your querent, okay? So that's the person you're reading for, querent, okay? So yeah, another book that I would recommend, by the same author, Liz Dean, is The Ultimate Tarot Guide. Now, this is a little bit more in-depth, you know, a little bit more detailed with information, but this book was also very helpful for me to get, at least helping me to understand the gist of these cards, okay? So I would highly recommend doing your research then. Next is to, you know, find out or learn, is the right word, learn the definition of the cards. However, do not make that the sole part of your reading. Use your intuition in the reading and to tell what it is that spirit is wanting, or the message that is needing to come through in the reading, okay? Because one card can mean multiple things. It's just depending on the surrounding cards that's there, okay? So I have some cards here, okay? But I want to let you know too, there's also court cards. So you have your court cards, or your queens, kings, knights, and pages, okay? Those will be your court cards. Those cards not only represent an action or a feeling, something happening, it also means represents the actual person, okay? So that too you want to be able to understand as well. Like I said, there's 22 major arcana cards, which you're going to see right here on the screen. 22 major arcana cards. There's 56 minor arcana cards, and then you have 4 suits, which is wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. Okay, guys. I have my little cheat sheet behind me, so yeah, so I don't want to miss a beat. I want you guys to get all the tea. Okay, so let's dive in, guys. So another thing when reading cards, we're going to start off. So I got 2 different decks here. That's another thing. When you are choosing your deck to get started, find a deck, do your research on the deck. I read many reviews. When I was first getting into it, I wanted to make sure that that was the right deck for me. You have to relate to the deck. The deck becomes one with you. That becomes your energy. So you have to bond with your deck, okay? It is a personal relationship between you and your deck, and no one should be touching your deck, okay? Because the deck goes off of your energy as well, okay? So deck somewhere where it is in the reach of someone else, okay? Mines are always locked up. And I also say too, another thing that I do, you don't have to do if you don't want to, but I'm also very big on saging my space often, okay? Because I like to invite spirit into my space, and therefore I don't want negative energy. I don't want negative spirits or bad spirits in my space. So I am constantly saging and praying and meditating over my space, okay, that I use to do my readings. So this is something that maybe you want to do as well, okay, guys? Now, let's dive in here, okay? So we're going to do a mini reading. So I have this reading here set up in past, present, and future. I also have here on the side, I don't know if you guys can see, the major the overall energy of the reading. So you normally will pull that from the bottom. Some people pull it from the top. I like to pull from the bottom to get the overall energy, okay? Sometimes I do pull from the top, just depending on whatever energy I'm feeling at the time or whatever spirit is needing me to do in the reading, okay? So yeah, so we are going to do a mini reading just to give you guys an idea. So for example, I got two different decks here, okay? I am using the Light Seers Tarot deck, okay? It's a 78 card deck and a guidebook, okay? I highly recommend this deck. This deck is beautiful. The imagery work is to perfection. It actually speaks to you. So like I said, every deck, will speak to you differently. So you have to be able to build that relationship with that deck when utilizing that deck for your readings, okay? Here's a basic writer deck that you can buy. It's very affordable. I think it's even under $15 here. The Light Seers Tarot deck, this is probably you can get this for under $25, but it is very, very, I recommend it. Okay. But to start, if you're starting out, you want to go with your basic Rider Tarot deck. And like I said, you can get this for under $15 on Amazon, or you could go to like a Books A Million, whatever bookstore that you have, maybe they will have it there as well. Or you can order it from online, other places as well. Okay. I highly use Amazon, because Amazon to me is like the best. I love Prime, guys. So yeah, so I definitely wanted you guys to get a feel of what I use. Now, the tarot deck that I have here, though, is the Universal Cards tarot deck, okay, that we're going to use. So we're using the Light Seers. We're using these two decks to clarify today, okay, or to go into our basic reading. All right, so when reading the cards, like I said, you not only want to know what the cards means definition wise, but that should not be what you base your reading on at all, okay? Because like I said, one card can have several meanings. You have to be able to tie in the message with the surrounding cards, okay? Another video, I personally, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this video or not, but you can find it on YouTube for on other channels as well. Reading cards in the reverse, okay? Some people do read in the reverse, or it's also known as the shadow, and then some people choose not to read it in the shadow. But I feel like either way works, because a standard tarot deck in the upright, when you're reading in the upright, has positive and not so positive cards in the deck, okay? So the messages still can be relayed, okay? But a lot of people like to read it in the shadow as well. I do, okay, depending on how the cards come out. All right, so guys, so I wanted to start our reading off here, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to, I'm going to pause at some points, and I want you to think about it and see what comes to mind, or what intuitively comes to mind for you. Okay, so I wanted you to see how decks can be very different, but they're the same exact card. So for this deck, okay, the card imageries are very basic, but for the Light Seers deck, okay, which I'm going to pull that one up front here, okay? The Light Seers deck is this one. This one is a little bit more in detailed, okay? The imagery is very, very beautiful, very well done. So let's pull these two together, okay? This is the first card that's representing our past, guys, okay? So what do you see here when you see, this is known as the Eight of Swords, okay? What do you see here when you are looking at this, at these cards, okay? So for someone starting out, you will see, someone tied up here, someone who's also blindfolded. You see some birds in the Light Seer Tarot version. You see someone standing in a puddle of water. You also see like a castle behind this person. Even down to the color of the clothing, this person is looking like they're looking at a self-reflection of themselves. They're on their knees here. Their hands are also tied up in this one. So there's a lot going on, is what I'm trying to get you guys to, understand, or go into here. Okay, so there's a lot going on this card. So this card is called the Eight of Swords. Okay, with the Eight of Swords, it's meaning someone is self-sabotaging themselves, or someone being stuck in a situation. Someone also being, if you're doing a love reading, someone's being stuck in the past here. Someone can't release something. Someone is highly dealing with maybe high anxiety. This is also isolating themselves from a particular situation, or someone, someone here is self-reflecting on themselves. Someone here is seeking answers. Maybe someone here needs help. This can go on and on and on. So there's it again, it's depending about the different cards that's surrounding. So in the recent past, what would you gather here by these two cards for the recent past? So take a minute. Okay, so for the recent past, for me, when I'm looking at these cards here, I would say someone is, if I'm doing a love reading, someone here is stuck in the past. Someone here is having a hard time moving on, okay? Someone here is dealing with high anxiety. Someone here is feeling like their hands are tied. Someone here is not willing to let go of a particular situation, okay? Or someone, okay? Someone here is digging deep and maybe even be doing some self-reflecting on a particular situation, okay? These are the things that I would gather here from the past, okay? This could also let me know too that there's no communication in the situation, because someone is guarded, someone's blocked off here, okay? So there's no contact in that situation. Someone is not willing to do something, or is unable to do something. So this is all, you see how I gathered all that in just going over the recent past. So we can firmly say here that someone is stuck. Someone, either is stuck or moved on, or some type of blockage happened here, okay, in this situation in the recent past. Now, guys, let's move on to the present. So for the present, we have the Knight of Swords, okay? So when you look at this card, there's a lot going on. In the Light Seers deck, you see a motorcycle, you see the birds, you see the sky. This person has an arrow. You see the red on the sneaker. You see the white, the black, the clothing, the colors. You see this person, it's almost like a fast moving energy, okay? Then on the regular Rider Tarot deck, we have someone that's looking like they're charging ahead, full speed ahead, not even having a second thought. They're just, full speed ahead, charge, that kind of thing here. So the Knights cards are all about some type of movement, whether slow movement, fast movement, but something is happening when we see the Knights, okay? So this is letting me know here, guys, when you look at this, take a second. What do you see? What is your interpretation of what's going on in the present? All right, so here I would say, there's so much going on. So this could mean someone is running away from something or running towards something, okay? This seems like a very busy energy to me, someone who is very active, so when I think of someone being very active, I'm thinking of someone who constantly has to be occupied. Their mind has to be occupied all the time. So for me, I get that energy of someone who gets bored very easily. So they're just on a mission. Once they get to that mission, they're ready to go on to the next mission. So I get that kind of energy with this card when I read this card. You can also pinpoint things on a card that would help you remember the meaning of that card. So for some people, they might look at let's say the red on the shoe. This is a passionate, fast-moving energy. Some people might pinpoint the motorcycle to help them, motorcycles are fast. So whatever it is that is that can indicate what the meaning of the card is for that reading here, that is what you're going to utilize for that reading. But this can mean a multitude of things, but one thing's for sure, it's movement. Something is happening, it's action being taken here. So someone is going to take some type of action here in the present, okay? So whether that is moving towards a situation or moving away from a situation, something is happening, some type of movement. So we went from being no movement at all, no communication, nothing happening, to something's happening here. Someone's coming in here to do something, whether to talk it out, excuse me, guys, whether to talk it out or to, go in another direction. Okay. And then you would use clarifying decks to clarify what the meaning is of this cards. Okay. I call this, reading the surface. Okay, guys. All right. So our next card, which is my favorite card, guys. I was born Valentine's Day, so I'm so heavy in love. Okay, guys. So anyways, we have the Lovers card by the Light Seers Tarot deck, and then we have the Lovers card by the Basic Rider Tarot deck. Okay. These cards are, the Light Seers is just beautiful. Like, every time I see this card, I fall in love all over again. It's just amazing. There's just so much passion here. These two people are, just in this whirlwind. Everything else around them is moving super fast while they're in this whirlwind, just moving slow in time. This is just beautiful. Like, as she grabs his hair, his dreads, you could just feel the intensity here in this card, the fire, as her hair blows over his, as his dreads, falls down, on her, in her hands, all the way down to the color of her fingernails and the tattoo. Maybe they got matching tattoos. I'm just seeing here just this amazing romance. The way they look at each other, it's almost as if nothing else in the world matters. You see how all that was just gathered from one card? It's just, it's exciting, So then we have the Lovers here from the regular tarot deck. You see two people are as naked as they were born. It just seems, it says purity to me. Okay. And it says that, with the angel there, it's almost like this love is a divine love. This love was a love that was destined to be. This love is guided by the divine. This love is a once in a lifetime love. You have the sun above. It's all about happiness, happy moments, happy times, so it's so much going on here. Obviously, these people are intimate, if there's no clothes there. So you see this energy that you get from, both these cards read differently. So this is why I was saying, guys, it's very important to choose the decks wisely that you choose to represent your readings, because each deck speaks to you differently. Okay. We also have here as well. So what I would say here in the immediate future, someone's going to be in contact with you, you're going to be in, contact with your soulmate, or you might say here that, you're going to have new love coming in for you, or it could be someone from your past. It could be a past life person, it could be the divine gifting you someone in love, so you see that energy here, as to what is going to happen in the immediate future. So then for the overall energy, like I said, some people pull from the top of the deck, some people pull from the bottom of the deck. We have here the Knight of Cups. So for the basic, you see someone holding a cup on a white shining horse. This is like someone who's a prince, charming, coming in on their galloping horse, just ready to come in, save the day, make you feel safe, reassure you that love is real, just that overall energy, guys, of just bliss, Then you have here the Knight of Cups from the Light Seers Tarot. You see someone with a picnic. The white horse is there again. Someone with roses. They're looking extra hot. So this person is very attractive. So someone's coming in that's just this, handsome or beautiful being. Also, that's another thing, guys. Readings are not meant to, so this card, doesn't represent a masculine. It could also represent a feminine, okay? Feminine energy. So readers just have to take it as it applies to them, okay? But here you see, this is letting me know something's coming in for someone. Something, you know, happy times in love. You know, someone's coming in to sweep you off your feet. Someone's coming in to, you know, bring romance. This is about someone being compassionate, charming, loving, you know, caring. But then again, I'm also seeing this, you know, player kind of type energy as well. So it depends on the surrounding cards. So if we have like this card on the deck, and then we have like, let's say the King of Pentacles, you know, the King of Pentacles is a very dependable, loyal man, but also very wise, very strategic. So if I saw this around the King of Pentacles, I would say, okay, this is a loyal person coming in, you know, to love you right. But then if I saw, let's say the King of Wands, you know, I would say, that seems like a player type energy to me, you know, that kind of thing. So it just depends on the surrounding cards, guys, okay? That will help you determine or intuitively come to a conclusion as to what is the message that needs to be relayed here. All right, guys. So overall for this reading is about love, obviously, right? So this person got stuck in the past on something that transpired in their relationship, their connection. They felt like maybe they couldn't move on here, you know, and in the present we have, you know, this someone's coming back in on their knight in shining armor, ready to rescue the situation. You know, it's like a fairy tale, you know, and then you have the lovers, they're together once again, you know, back in love. You know, this could be a past life situation. This person's coming in to, you know, devour this, you know, this person, you know, show this person everything that they mean to them, you know, not taking them for granted anymore, you know, just that overall energy I get from this little basic reading, you know. But yeah, guys, so whenever you're doing your readings, you want to make sure that you connect with the cards. That's very, 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 very important, okay? Trying to see if there's anything else that I'm leaving out. There's different types of decks, guys, that you can find out there. I have a multitude of decks, okay? Like I said, I am obsessed with tarot. I love tarot. It is amazing. It helps people get through situations. But I will say tarot is not meant to take the place of a medical professional or in any field such as medical, someone who's an attorney, you know, someone who's a therapist, you know, so do consult with a professional when making major decisions. But tarot is used to be a guide, to guide you in your everyday life, and help you get through certain situations as well, okay? But you definitely want to make sure that that person is an empath. So yeah, guys, I think this pretty much cover it for the basics in tarot. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope this helps you guys. If you are looking to start your YouTube channel, definitely come up with a name for yourself, for your YouTube channel. And yeah, you know, don't be afraid. You know, it's not going to be, everyone has to start somewhere, so it's not going to be easy at first. I'm a little shy myself, you know, but you got to put yourself out there. You got to make it happen. All right, guys, till next time, Goddess of Whispers. Bye.